Chapter 5. Poor emotional regulation. The man ruled by his emotions. Why poor emotional regulation can make fatherhood dangerous. Everyone gets angry. Everyone gets stressed. Everyone has moments of frustration, impatience, or emotional overwhelm. Poor emotional regulation is not about having emotions. It is about being controlled by them. A person with poor emotional regulation struggles to manage internal states in healthy, consistent ways. Their feelings dictate their behavior. Anger becomes aggression. Frustration becomes cruelty. Stress becomes withdrawal, recklessness, or chaos. And parenting places a person in emotionally demanding situations almost every day. Children are loud, repetitive, unpredictable, emotionally dysregulated by nature, constantly testing patience and boundaries. A father who cannot regulate himself will often expect a child to regulate for him, and when the child inevitably cannot, the parent becomes volatile. This can include explosive anger over minor frustrations, impulsive decisions made in the heat of emotion, extreme mood swings that destabilize the household, silent treatment or emotional withdrawal when upset, breaking things, yelling, punching walls, escalating conflict rather than de-escalating it, regretting behavior afterward but repeating it often. You may hear, "You made me mad." That's just how I am when I'm angry. I can't help it. Everybody pushes me too far. If people didn't annoy me, I wouldn't react like this. The underlying mindset is often, my emotions justify my behavior. When Simone first dated Evan, his intensity felt passionate. He was protective, expressive, energetic. But there were signs. If traffic was bad, he slammed the steering wheel. If food orders were wrong, he snapped at the staff. If plans changed unexpectedly, his entire mood soured. When upset, he became someone else. Cold, sharp, unpredictable, impossible to reason with. Afterward, he always apologized. "I just feel things deeply." "You know I'm passionate." "I'm working on it." Simone believed him. Then they had a daughter. At first, Evan adored her. But babies do not care how tired you are. Toddlers do not respect emotional limits. Children do not behave with adult logic. The first time their daughter spilled juice after being told not to run, Evan exploded. "What is wrong with you?" She froze. Later, when she cried loudly during a sleepless night, he shouted, "Make her stop crying." As she grew older, normal tantrums enraged him. Mistakes were met with disproportionate anger. Minor disobedience triggered lectures, yelling, and intimidation. The household became emotionally unstable. Everyone adapted to Evan's moods. Simone found herself thinking, don't ask him that when he's stressed. Wait until he calms down. Keep the kids quiet when he gets home. Don't bring up problems tonight. Their daughter began monitoring the room constantly, listening to footsteps, reading facial expressions, trying to predict the emotional weather. Not because her father was physically absent, but because his instability made emotional safety impossible. Evan loved his child, but love alone did not protect her from the consequences of his lack of self-control. Because uncontrolled emotions in a parent become the atmosphere a child grows up breathing. Children need correction, but they do not need emotional volatility. A parent must be able to stay calm under stress, discipline without rage, tolerate frustration without escalation, model emotional regulation, teach safety through consistency. A father who cannot regulate his emotions may frighten his children, damage their nervous system through chronic unpredictability, confused fear for respect, teach children to suppress emotions or mirror volatility, pay attention not to whether someone gets upset, but how they handle being upset. Watch how they react when frustrated, how they behave under stress, whether they calm themselves or expect others to calm them, whether apologies are followed by changed behavior, whether anger becomes intimidation. Because parenting is not tested during peaceful moments. It is tested when the baby has cried for 2 hours, the toddler breaks something expensive, the child lies, the teenager rebels. Life is exhausting and no one is at their best. A parent who cannot govern themselves will struggle to guide a child. Children borrow emotional regulation from their caregivers before they develop their own. If the father becomes chaotic every time he feels overwhelmed, the child learns that chaos is normal, or worse, that love is unpredictable.